Other people who get the device, who are blind, are totally calm and relaxed, ready to work, ready to go to the bar and see that waitress for the first time. And are prepared for the adjustment. However, they no longer have the consciousness previously understood. Now they see the misdirection and the confusion from the weed smokers, the pot addicts, the tobacco staring, observing, slender people, tall and intense, and can't figure out the women and the ladies and the girls and the sisters who have such a complicated body and brain, and dress so bizarre and so sexy. Stimulation, in other words, along with consciousness, are totally different. Stimulation no longer has to do for the blind person about a simple touch or a sound being heard to not hit the transit rider next to their clothes. No longer can stay silent and quiet and not be bothered, but have to respond in the correct order of the correct dialect during the right time of the day with the right choice of words in the correct accent given in the right order with the avoidance of looking left too often now. And not gesturing and not blinking when the elder looks and stares and watches and decides the fate of those they make now. They go to North Korea, they go to China, they go anywhere over the ocean from the United States of America and end up in a prison, jail, or lifting some stone to make a pool for the fat man they call Kim Jong-un. So him and his lovely sister can dance naked and watch the thunder and the rain in the sky from all of the radioactivity they made from their bombs and their experiments. Not being able to walk straight down the road and not look around. And being seen by the soldier who guards the throne of the supreme leader and his family of awesomeness now. Who leaves the quarantine in China where there's the coronavirus lockdown to find a piece of bread when the rice and the salt run out from the rations provided by the health worker with the pistol carrying, knife holding enforcement manager. Who gets drunk in a bar in Russia, drugged unknowingly, and falls asleep on the floor. Sentenced to over 30 years of hard labor for not being respectful to the dictator and followers who are the masses now. Over 50 states in the Union of the United States of America with colleges, universities, classrooms, teachers, professors, instructors, staff, researchers, doctors, surgeons, endocrinologists, nurses, and nobody no one, not a single argument, explanation, thought, or some thinking about stimulation, light, film, technology now, smart phones, devices, offices, locations, businesses, leaders, politicians, governments, worlds, in countries, in states with cities, who have decided cancer needs to be cured, diseases eradicated, and disorders medicated. Ideologies, philosophies, critical theories, conspiracy, ideas, metaphors, and lots of limits and control and restrictions are much more efficient and beneficial for the environment. With the evidence provided of those who laugh and cheer, break windows and scream every night and yell every night at 8 p.m. with their whistles blowing, banging their drums, breaking the businesses, causing people to go hungry from missing their job hours. In places where they don't ask questions about glass houses, and what they would do with a rock in their hand in their dwelling they've made now. Who don't look at kids and worry not only about their ailments, but their future. Not only out of their control, but in the hands, decided by the minds controlling the fingers, and not brains with neurons in need of synapses given energy to provide their communication. Egos, supremacy, racism, mental, less fat, lots of exercise, optional sex in relationships, tons of heartfelt emotions and hormones, much, much less than taking a shirt off in front of a camera. Their glass house has turned into those hippies who used to take their clothes off and run around naked on some drugs. The same biologist, the same chemist made in the 60s and the 70s who work on the coronavirus now and say light speed and operations are inappropriate and cause too much panic. And a better option and a good choice would be to have anarchy and Antifa enforcing the rules of law called Sharia. And then the diversity and the ethnicity they've put into those hospitals will shine the light spoken about in the speeches. And the wind will take away the energy and cool the earth so that when all gets said and done, climate change also gets fixed. Students and skateboarders and gray-haired folks on bikes, going fast, teaching physics, drawing some blood from an arm for some test result, and donating every extra dollar and cent they have to the Democratic Party now. For prevention, and a better outlook for all the life they save, they fix, they heal, and all the problems they solve with their knives and their skull-cutting machines and behavior fixing nutritionists now. The end.